It's hot.
Today I'm your host, Joe Batista, and I'm with Adid Hood, who is the co-founder and CEO of a really interesting company called
Velotix.
Companies today are trying to unlock their massive amount of data, but they're being challenged by both security and access. Other companies today have on their agenda data democratization. Reality or buzzword? The data market's huge, it's very fragmented, lots of players.
So Velotix offered the market what is called a data security platform, which in simple word is the ability to use freely the data in your organization or outside of the organization, but still keep sensitive information, sensitive data, safe and secured and comply with rules and regulations. And the only way to automate the process in a way that it's efficient and secure is to use a solution, a platform like Velotix. Velotix vision is to make your organization a safe environment. Data is not only the most important or valuable asset in your organization, it's also the most risky asset in your organization. Because data, what is data? Data is a representation of our business, a representation of us, of what we like, what we don't like, what we desire. And it's essentially important to keep this sensitive information secure.
Data's growing exponentially. We want to extract the value from that data, but sometimes we kind of lock the data. We don't give people access to the data, and because of the security. So you really cross this chasm, so to speak, where I see you kind of almost have two markets. You're in the data security market, but you're also in data governance, and you need both to make this work. Is that a good summary of the two superpowers that you have with Velotix?
Exactly. It's like we are the link, and this is the data security platform. And the link between the security and the governance, which enable ultimately the democratization of the data, which we'll speak about it shortly, is Velotix. I founded Velotix a couple of years ago. Initially, when I started to work on the first patent, I immediately engaged with one of the largest banks in the world, Deutsche Bank, which were struggling to build security system aiming to enhance and increase the data usage in their organization. It was quite tough because it's a large organization with multiple sites and subordinated to multiple regulators with massive amount of data stored in different structures in different locations, and we had to gather the information and the regulations and the rules from all over and build one system that will ensure safe usage of data. And the second challenge is that obviously we are also using data to teach computers to take decisions, or at least to advise on what would be the right decision. The level of trust with AI algorithms is not that high. We figure out that the reason for this issue is that you don't really know why algorithm or machine decide A and not B. So the way to do it is to use what is called the XAI, the explainability. So when Velotix suggests what rules, what policy to enforce on data in order to keep the level of security and protection high, we explain, we interact with the data owners, the people. We keep the human in the loop, so-called, and we explain how exactly and why the system suggests. And once we get the feedback from the user, from the data owner, of are we right or wrong and what else need to be done, we capture this feedback and use it to enhance the training data. So the next time our algorithms are doing much better job. And this is an iterative process where at the end you get a system which is much more accurate, you build a level of trust and you increase the level of automation.
In corporate America, we want metrics around data. Some people call actually the data return on data. It sounds like in this use case, I'm able to leverage my data in different scenarios that I never thought possible because I'm giving access to my employees to do something with the data to create more value, but not compromising security at the same time.
So the way to do it is to identify in each transaction what kind of data is involved, who are the user, what's the purpose of the usage, and enforcing policy. It means that sensitive information is not going to be exposed. So you, in a self-service way, request usage of data. Velotix will pick the right policy, will enforce the policy, meaning we will mask or hash or anonymize the sensitive information, so you will receive the data promptly and securely.
So now we have three things to deal with. We have regulation, obviously compliance, and privacy. And I know that there have been some studies done, at least in the US, that privacy alone by itself, just managing privacy per employee, costs 1.5% of what the salary is. This not only has an impact on risk, but also has an impact on productivity within companies as well.